Well, welcome to part 69 of Let's Go See John. November the 26th, 2024 by man's calendar. And I want to try to do at least one more part tonight before. And because I do have to crash out and get some rest. 4 o'clock in the morning comes early. And I'll try to get back into this word after I pray a bit in the morning, Lord's will. And if the Lord will permit, then I'll try to do some more videos. At least 1 or 2 in the morning before I have to head off to work. But one has to work in order to pay bills, right? That's what we gotta do these days. But anyways, let's get on back into this John 15. This is John 15. I'm trying to see if I want to back up a little bit to the recap, to do a recap on anything. I guess I'm going to jump back to verse 6. If a man abide not in me, I guess I better back up to 5. I am the vine, you are the branches. He that abides in me, and I in him, the same bring forth much fruit. For without me you can do nothing. That's the one I just did in the previous part, right at the end. And so I'm going to go on. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch, and is withered. You know what something withered is, right? And men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, you shall ask what you will, and it shall be done for you. Now, I want to recap what I just read there. If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, which means live in you, you shall ask what you will, and it shall be done to you. So if his word is living in you, how can it live unless you're actually obeying it and doing it? Verse 8, herein is my Father glorified, that you bear much fruit, so shall you be my disciples. See, we are his disciples. Now, because we are abiding in his word, we believe in him, and we're doing his will. So, as his disciples, what did his disciples do before? They did everything he did. Healed the sick, raised the dead, all that stuff. So, what's holding you back from being a true disciple of the Lord and doing these things? Your own lack of faith. Verse 9. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Continue you in my love. If you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. These things have I spoken to you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Continue you in my love. If you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. That means obey. That keep there means obey. If you obey his commandments. These things have I spoken to you, that my joy may remain in you, and that your joy might be full. Full. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do whatsoever I have command, or if you do whatsoever I command you. Hereafter I will call you not servants, for a servant knows not. For a servant Hereafter I will call you not servants, for the servant knows not what his Lord does. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known to you. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he will give it you. Now, I hope as you read this word for yourself repeatedly, you let it seed into your heart and understand that all you have to do is obey this word. I'm going to recap verse 16 again. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained. What does ordained mean? Appointed. That means he has appointed you that you should go and bring forth fruit. And that your faith should remain. That whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he will give it you. These things I command you, that you love one another. If the world hate you, know that it hated me before it hated you. That's right. And we are not greater than the Master. And we know that it hated Jesus, that they hated Jesus, so they're going to hate us also. And people that are hating you, that means they are not of you. That means they're not of the true vine. Think about it. If somebody's hating you, they're not of the true vine. They're not in with him, no matter how much they pretend to be in church. They're not in the vine. If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. You ever feel like you're not from here, or you're different and you don't quite fit in? This is why. This is why right here. Because you are not of this world. Remember the word I said to you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. We know what they did to him. They put him on a tree. So, we know what's coming for us then, don't we? If we truly believe in him. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do to you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. They don't know him. They don't know the Father, is what he's telling us. If I had not come and spoken to them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak, that means covering, for their sin. He that hates me hates my Father also. Think about that. If they're hating Jesus, they're hating the Father also. Now, I will see you in the next part as soon as I can get them up. Hopefully in the morning I will be able to get some more up. Hopefully. That is the hope. I love you. We will pick up there. I'll recap a little bit like I usually try to do so that it will help. That way we can take off from where we leave off. We'll start there at verse 22. See you in the next part.